Katy Perry and friends, apparently they went to space. But they didn't really. All they did was go up and come back down. It took them, 11 minutes, free falling. And then so they experienced what they call 0G. But let's see, let's dive into this one.
I'm sure by now you guys have heard of the 6 women that just went to quote-unquote space for 11 minutes. There's some very interesting things that I want to show you guys and discuss. One of those people were Katy Perry. She is no stranger to occult themes and ancient Egyptian symbology, and this time it was no different. We see in the video when she went to space, she threw up the monarch butterfly over one eye. This is the Illuminati MK Ultra symbolism that we see these artists do all throughout their careers. These women are entering into a rocket ship that looks like this. Yeah, I don't even have to explain what it looks like because you know exactly what it looks like. This is phallic worship. This all has to do with fertility rites, and it happens in the springtime. What day did they do this on? April 14th. This is when these fertility phallic cults do their rituals. And these people are obsessed with numerology and astrology, and I don't think it's a coincidence that when you add the numbers 4 for April and the numbers 14, you get the number 9. This was the 11th crew to go up on Blue Origin. 9 and 11. They were in space for 11 minutes. And there were 6 females, which 6 is an occult number, but upside down is the number 9. So again, you have 9/11. I don't think these are coincidences. Before they actually get inside the rocket, they all hold hands and begin to pray. We know Katy Perry said a long time ago, "I sold my soul to the devil."
Sold my soul to the devil.
Yeah, she used to be a Christian artist. But she walked away from that. Even in the interviews after this, you'll hear her talking about the universe and meditation.
And I have to surrender and trust that the universe is going to take care of me. Learned in my life from meditation to the Hoffman process.
So,
yeah, typical of these type of people. Yeah, they'll say they're Christians, they believe in the Bible or God or Jesus Christ or whatever they want to say, but then they'll contradict that by talking about witchcraft and meditation and yoga and all this stuff that's talked about in the Bible, and the Bible says not to do those things or not to dive into or believe or practice those type of things. So it's a huge contradiction. It's like you can't serve 2 masters. Which one is it? Do you believe what the Bible says, or do you believe what worldly or other false gods and their beliefs?
So we're told that they were in space for 11 minutes. Right here you can see on the timeline that this is an hour and 31 minutes into the live coverage. This is where they first enter into space and feel 0 gravity.
They are experiencing 0G for the very first time in their lives.
And here it is literally 1 minute later on the timeline, an hour and 32 minutes in, and the craft is falling down. This is not space travel. This is what they call parabolic flight. When you're in an airplane, you go up so high and the airplane drops and you feel the feeling of weightlessness.
Parabolic flight is when an airplane simulates 0 gravity.
This is not space travel. And I want you to notice on the timeline of this live footage, it's an hour and 45 minutes in, and watch the door closely.
Out of her mouth, but really her heart.
And is that
That door just opened up from the inside, and the lady on the outside peeked in and said something, and the door shut again. Now 3 minutes later, Jeff Bezos comes over there to officially pry open the door.
Here goes Jeff Bezos to open the hatch.
Yo, I can't believe this is the reality we live in here, where what's meant to be serious people are doing dumb, fake, obvious shit like this. You saw that, right? Like, you can't deny it. They opened the door, the woman said something to them to say, oh, maybe don't open it, let's have Jeff Bezos pretend to open it. And then 3 minutes later, that's exactly what he goes to do. Pretends to do their little thing with their tool, and you can tell he's not even really doing much. And then the door just pries open. So what were they trying to say? They were stuck or something? It's like they do these things on purpose. Like they have to show you, like these liars here, they have to show you. There's no space. Like, I can't get into it in this video here, but space and all that type of shit is not real, man. That's why they have to do stunts like this. And they tell you all the time, they show their patterns and what they believe in and who they're doing it for, why they're doing it. They tell you all of that type of shit. You just have to pay attention to the patterns, the pattern recognition, and see the repeated things that they put in our faces all the time. Like, come on, man, who believes that shit? Why would they do that if it was wrong? Why would they act out that ridiculous moment where he had to fake open the door? It doesn't make any sense, man. Like, please, let's wake up, people, man. Like, use your brains, man. Critical thinking, logical thinking, common sense.
They're cheering like they've been trapped inside this whole time and couldn't get out until Jeff Bezos come over there and pried open the door, but we just saw the door open up. This isn't even a conspiracy theory. Just use your eyes. What is going on here? This is an act. Why would you stage any of this if this is a legitimate space travel? So symbols are a universal language.
My dear friends threw me a blast off party and gave me this feather, which obviously, you know, represents the Blue Origin logo.
Why a feather? This is already a pagan ritual, so let's go back to what's the pagan origins of a feather. This is the symbol of the ancient goddess Mot. She is the goddess of truth, justice, harmony, and balance, as well as cosmic order. Hint, hint, new world order. That's what they're ushering in. Another symbol of hers is the balance, the scales. Now, if you think this is some kind of stretch, I'm gonna look at their official logo and you're gonna see that there is a scales in the logo. If you zoom in on the bottom left corner, you'll see right there the scale.
I didn't even notice that. You see what I mean about you have to pay attention to all the small details and stuff. That's how you catch them out. They won't put things like too obvious in your face or whatever. You have to look at every single detail. People like me or this guy in this video who pay attention to detail and dive into things a lot, we're the ones that get called tinfoil wearing hats or whatever, conspiracy theories and crazy people, all because we want the truth and we research. We don't just blindly believe whatever we're being told. Apparently that's a bad thing in today's society.
Egyptian goddess Mot. This is not a coincidence. Why in the world would that scales be there for no reason? This is purposeful. And when you turn this logo upside down, I'm not even going to tell you what it looks like. You tell me. She's not the only one wearing a symbol.
Looks like the Baphomet when you flip it. The half man, half goat character is meant to represent Satan or the devil. They love goats. And you heard that saying, right? This person, that person's the goat. You're the goat. This person's the goat. Goat, goat, goat. A lot of films and stuff you see in music videos, that of all the animals in the world, they're always using goats, showing goats in the scenes and stuff. The patterns, you have to pay attention to the patterns. They tell you and show you who they are and what they represent all the time. All the time.
Necklace. Look at Gail King's necklace. She has literally the symbol of the sun. They even each rung a bell, and in the occult, ringing a bell as a ritual is to clear a space, invoke a deity or spirits, mark the start of a rite, and create a sacred space. So they were literally initiating this pagan ritual right there by ringing the bells. Then they walk through an archway that says light the candle, which is part of a ritual to represent the presence of a deity and also channel energy. They're openly telling you that this is a pagan ritual. Then two of these women get out and they kiss the earth, which is a ritualistic act of respect, reverence, and connection to the earth. All of this is about Mother Earth, divine feminine, and the goddess Mot. So you got 6 witches, women. One of them openly said she sold her soul to the devil, talks about channeling, has a song about falling in love with an extraterrestrial demon. Then they pray, ring bells, enter into the phallic, fly up in the air, cover one eye, land on the earth, kiss the earth, and give interviews about meditation, spiritualism, and Mother Earth.
Worshipping, kissing the ground, worshipping the creation, not the creator. Like, who created the earth that you're worshipping? You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. Worship the creator, not the created thing. It's like you giving props to, I don't know, worshipping the MacBook. Are you giving more respect to the MacBook for being created instead of the Apple and the workers there who created the MacBook? It doesn't make any sense. And the one eye symbolism things, like follow me on Instagram, the King Melon on Instagram. I showed how many times they promote the one eye symbolisms where they're covering the one eye. So many times they do it. I think it's like probably their favorite way of showing who they represent. That and many other symbolisms, but I think that's like the number one because it's done so many times. You see it in movie posters, in movies, music videos, everywhere. Advertisements. It's the number one, 100%.
Divine feminine right now.
We saw significance in numbers being 9, 11, and 6. We saw a patch that's literally a goat head upside down. We saw the scales and the feather of Mot. We heard the divine feminine, the push for the universe that protects you, the meditation propaganda, the fakery of the door not being opened until Jeff Bezos opens it up. And why? What is this all for? People are spending millions of dollars flying up in the air and falling back down when we're still trying to find cures for cancer. This is all spiritualism propaganda pushing you towards the one world religion. All of this is for a purpose, and all of this is setting the stage for Satan's last final deception. Are you ready?
Candid truth. Great video, man. I love this channel, Candid Truth. Go subscribe to him and his channel. I think him and his wife do content on there. Both of them, yeah, they're very good because they break down, like you saw in this video, they break down every detail. They pay attention to detail, which is, I like that, because that's how you kind of break things down and get to the real truth of things. Yeah, don't believe this fakeness about people going to space and stuff. It's always a trickery. When you see it, take your time and break everything down, add everything up. Is there inconsistencies? Is there, you know, things that don't make sense? Everything has to add up if it's true. There wouldn't be no contradictions. Subscribe to the channel so you know when I'm posting. Like, hit the bell, comment down below, all of that type of stuff, and let's discuss. Do you believe they went to space or not? Even with all this evidence against it, you know. Let me know down below in the comments. And thanks for watching, and see you in the next one, man. Peace.